10 things to do before selling t-shirts. T-shirt business tips. Hey, have you thought about selling t-shirts online? Hey, it's a pretty cool thing to do. You can sell all kinds of t-shirts online and make a lot of money, but if you do it wrong, you could lose your own shirt. Okay, we don't want that to happen. In this video, I'm going to go through the 10 things that you need to do to be successful selling t-shirts online, and we're starting right now. Hey, if you're new to my channel, I'm JR Fisher. I appreciate you being here. On this channel, I teach you how to start, run, and grow your online businesses. Now, I've been selling online since 2009. Gosh, went by fast. And we've sold millions of dollars of both physical and digital products online. And along the way, I've learned a few things. So I thought I would start this channel and actually share those things with you guys so you can get good results too. Now, at the end of this particular video, I have a free course. It's a $97 e-commerce course. You can find it in the description below. Click and learn. No credit card required. You can grab that. Also, if you've already tried to start a t-shirt business or you have questions about it, I want to hear your comments below. Tell me what your experiences have been. Tell me what you've been trying to do. If you have questions, put those in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a big subscribe button down there. Hit that subscribe button and do me a favor. Turn on notifications, ring that bell. It'll sound just like that. If you ring the bell, it will. Try it, you'll see. And once you do that, make sure you turn on all notifications. That way, if I come out with a new video, we can actually just notify you and let you know. You don't have to search. It saves you a lot of time and hassle. And the cool thing is, you're kind of a VIP. You're going to be ahead of everybody else because you're going to know about it before they do. So you don't want to miss out on that. You want to make sure you turn on all notifications. Now, in this particular video, we're talking about selling t-shirts. And you know, for years, I've sold a lot of products, digital and physical. And matter of fact, I have my own branded products on thousands of websites, including Walmart. But this t-shirt business thing, this is pretty cool. If you follow these 10 steps, you can be wildly successful at selling t-shirts online. All right, let's first talk about what selling t-shirts is. It's not going out and printing up a bunch of t-shirts and then sending them out to customers. It's nothing like that. This is what's called a POD business, POD. And let me explain to you what POD is. That's print on demand. So what you actually do is you integrate with one of these companies that prints t-shirts, and as you sell t-shirts, they actually print them up and they ship them out for you, so you don't even have to touch the shirt. You'll never see the shirt unless you order one of your own, and it goes out to the customer, and all you do is keep the profits. Now, I always have a lot of people ask me, what's the best business? I mean, you own a survival food company, and you own a course business, and you own these other businesses. What is the best one? And the truth is, there is no best business. What it is you find something out there you like, and some are better than others, but you find something you like doing and you just proceed with that. If there's a market for it out there, you can pretty much sell anything online. Now, let me kind of explain to you though, you do want to niche it down or niche it down, whatever you want to call it. You don't really want to have a general store. A general store is where you sell everything to everybody, and doing that is incredibly hard. You're going to be competing with Amazon and Walmart and Target and places like that, and that's really tough to do. So what you want to do is be more targeted. Now, to give you an example, a general pet store would be a pet store where you sold all kinds of items for all kinds of pets and dogs and cats and birds and all that. That's a pretty generalized thing, and that's pretty hard to do. But if you opened a store and you catered just to people who had chihuahuas, okay, that is more of a niche. Okay, so everything chihuahua related, their sweaters, their collars, their beds, everything having to do with chihuahuas, and t-shirts that said chihuahuas on it, that would be really niche. And doing something like that, you're going to be a whole lot more successful because you're really going to speak to the people that are interested in that, the people who are passionate about that. Now, that was number one, but number two is, I want to back up for just a second. You could have a general store. You could have a general store on some place like Amazon. Okay, so if you wanted to sell products on Amazon and you wanted to sell dog collars and you wanted to sell printers and you wanted to sell jewelry, you could certainly do that on a place like Amazon. But for your own store and to generate your own traffic, that just won't work. So what I'm talking about is if you're building your own brand, you're building your own store, you don't want to go general. Number three is to sell simple text-based t-shirts. Now everybody who's getting into t-shirts says, well, I'm not a designer, I don't know how to design t-shirts, and I don't understand how to do that, and I'm not good at graphics. Well, you don't have to be. Some of the simplest t-shirts out there are just text-based t-shirts, and they sell really well. So that may be something you want to check out. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of them right now. I'm going to run over to Etsy and look at some of the t-shirts out there. Let me show you some of the top selling ones. Okay, I'm over here on Etsy right now, and I'm going to go over here and take a look at clothing and shoes. I'm going to go to men's, and I'll go to shirts, and let's just see what's going on here, what's shaking, what's going down. All right, now check this out. The shirts that are actually selling well, you know, you can tell by the number next to them. Now check this one here out. It's got 559 sales. Let's see what this shirt says. Well, there you go, beautiful boobies. That's a shirt that is actually selling on there. Now you can see there isn't a lot of actual graphics here, right? This is just a t-shirt. So that's one that's selling, and you can actually go through here. Let me close this out, and we can find other shirts that sell well. This one here has sold 1,967 shirts, and look what they did. Be kind. That's it. That's all they did with this t-shirt, is be kind. So, you know, you don't have to have these great ideas like you think you do. A lot of the t-shirts, and this one here's got a real fancy design, it sold 1,300 of them, but a lot of these you can look at. This is a very popular one here. Ooh, people. So they didn't put a lot of thought into that. And this one here's a custom one, so you can do custom ones. And let's just scroll through and see some of the ones. This one here has sold 10,000 t-shirts. Let's check it out. Now you can't copy exactly somebody's t-shirt. They won't allow you to do that, but you can do something similar, change up some of the words. This here just has 2 different fonts on it. That's all this is. And you know, they have a little saying, she is loathed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of future. Okay, so you know, that's what they put on this particular shirt here. It didn't take a lot of effort. You don't need to put a lot of effort into this stuff. Now, I'm not going to suggest that you sell these t-shirts with paid traffic, the ones with just text on them, because that'd be kind of tough to do, but they're great upsell. They're great at your checkout on your page, and you can pick up a lot of sales if it's related to the thing that the person just bought. Okay, number 4, let's go ahead and check out what t-shirts customers are buying that are actually printing t-shirts. So let's go over to Printful. I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, I'm over at Printful right now, and I'm just going to look through their site here a little bit. I'm going to click accept on their cookies, and we're going to look at products, and let's pick women's t-shirts right now and see what we got. Now here's the cool thing, guys. At Printful you can see which shirts are selling by the number of reviews here. These are all the different types of shirts that you have access to, okay? And you can see which ones do well. Like this one here is rated very low. It's $15. Not doing well. $13. People don't like that one. 37 reviews, only 3 stars. So let's look through here. So sometimes buying these super cheap ones like this, even though they look super cheap, people don't like them. They're not good. So let's scroll up to the top here. And this one here is $7.95. It's a very basic one, but it's got 328 reviews. And that's the cool thing with Printful, which is one of the print-on-demand people I would recommend, is you know, they let you know. People get to rate these things. They say what they thought of these shirts. This one here is a woman's shirt, 32 reviews. This has 106 here. It's a unisex one. But we know women like to have ones that are more form-fitting. So if you're selling to women, I would recommend that. This is a unisex one right here. That one there didn't get great reviews. This one here got pretty good reviews, guys, 26, and it's $17.95. And so you can just scroll through here and find out which shirts are good and which ones aren't. Now another place you can go to is Jiffy T-shirts to find reviews, and you can look at the different types of shirts and see which ones did well, because they sell a lot of shirts there. And then you can go over to Printful and actually read the reviews of the t-shirts like we just did. So let's check out Jiffy T-shirts real quick. Okay, so we're not going to actually sell out of Jiffy t-shirts, but what we're going to do is we're going to look over here, because these t-shirts here are sold in bulk, so you're going to have hundreds or maybe even thousands of reviews on them. So let's go ahead into Jiffy right now and check it out. All right, so here we are at Jiffy, and if you look through here, we can blow this up a little bit. They have Gildan, which is a top seller. 17,000 reviews on this one here, so we know if it's a Gildan, it's probably going to be a pretty good shirt. We can scroll down here and look at some of the other ones. This is Gildan. This is Hanes right here, so you can see Hanes t-shirts. You can see what the rating is on this one here. This is 1,000 reviews and it's 4.5 stars. So we can actually figure out from here which of the shirts are good, because sometimes when you get over to something like Printful and you go over there, there's 20 reviews or 15 reviews, that doesn't really tell you anything. But if you go to a shirt like Jiffy t-shirt and you actually look at that brand and you see how well it's doing, and then you compare it to Printful, you can get a pretty good idea of what you should sell. Now, number 6, I'll tell you, is stop refunds. Stop them. How are you going to stop them? Well, you're going to stop them by pleasing your buyer. And how are you going to please your buyer? You're only going to sell shirts that run true to size. Now, if you notice in the bottom of some of the t-shirts, it's going to say run smaller than usual. Do not buy those shirts. Don't do it. Don't buy those shirts. If you buy the shirts that run smaller than usual, and somebody who's normally wearing a large shirt and they have to order an extra large from you, they're not going to like that. Okay, they're just not going to like that. Or worse yet, they go ahead and order it from you and it doesn't fit, they're automatically going to want a refund from you. So the first thing I will tell you is, if it says in that corner right below the picture, size runs smaller than normal, don't get it. Okay, don't get it. Don't get it. Those are causing more refunds than anything else you can imagine in these print on demand stores. Number 7 I want to tell you is, be aware that some of these t-shirt printers don't print big letters. So if you've designed something and it's got a big print on it and big letters on it and it's supposed to cover the whole chest of the shirt, you've got to look at the print area of that particular shirt and that manufacturer, because in many cases it's a lot smaller and it's not going to fit your design, and you've wasted all your time by coming up with this design that's not even going to fit on the shirt. So that's another thing that's really super important. The next thing I want to tell you is number 8. Now, when you get these t-shirts, you're going to be stuck with the image that they have on the site. So when you design a shirt, it's going to be a flat shirt laying somewhere with your design on it. But if you have a mock-up, it's going to sell much better. I want you to check out a place, and I'm going to give you a link below where you can get this. It's called placeit.net, and I want to go over to placeit.net. And what placeit.net does is you can upload your image there, and they'll put it on a person on a shirt, right? A male, female, whatever, in different poses, and you can actually use those images on your site. So let's go check that out right now. I'm over at placeit.net right now, so I'm going to go to t-shirts, and what we're going to do is we're going to upload an image. So I'm going to pick an image right here off my computer, and let me find an image that I want to use. Okay, so I've got this image, and this is me doing some of my coaching stuff, and that's the actual image right here. So we're going to go ahead and crop it, and I've got that image ready, and I'm going to pick a white t-shirt. Okay, and then look at this. They've now put that image on all these shirts here. Now I can move this image around and change it the way I want, but if you notice, they've got all types of different people that are now wearing my shirt. Look at that. Check it out. Is that cool or what? And the thing about this is, people can actually see what it looks like on a person, which also will drive down your refunds, because if they can see what it looks like on a person, then they're going to be better to imagine it. So you can see it on all these different types of people. They've got all different ages, and you can just scroll through here. Now, you could do this on mugs, you can do this on posters, whatever you want. But if you've noticed, they've just done, it looks like thousands of these. So any type of person you want to wear your shirt for your ads, you can go ahead and stick it on there. Now, this was just an ad that I use, or a picture I use for one of my coaching calls. Now, don't think you can screenshot it, because it says place it on here. Okay, you can't do that, can't steal these. But this is very economical. It's like a few dollars a month, and you can have access to all of these different people in here. So I would highly recommend using Placeit. It will really help you with your designs. It'll help you with your sales, and you actually will get more sales. Now the next thing I'm going to tell you is to use a print company that does what you want. Okay, so there are print companies that will print on the front and back of the shirt. It's great, that's what you need, that's perfect, that's what you need. There are print companies that will also print on the sleeves of a shirt. So if you want to print on the sleeves of a shirt, you've got to look at those particular companies, because if you don't have the ability to do that, then of course, you know, it's not going to work for you. So you want to make sure you're using the right company for the right services and what you're doing. You want to make sure they're trustworthy, and I'll leave a link to some of these, you know, print on demand companies below in the description, but just pick the one that works for you and understand that each one is a little bit different. The size of the image is different, where they're going to print on the shirt is different, and keep that in mind when you're picking the print on demand company you want. Now if you're going to use some type of niche or logo or something, I would highly suggest, before you do that, that you actually check to make sure that your idea hasn't jumped the shark. Now years ago there was a TV show on called Happy Days, and it was one of the most popular shows on TV. It did great, it had, you know, rave reviews and everybody loved it, but as time went on, times changed, people kind of got bored with it, they got tired with it, and they were doing more and more things to get interest in the show. And on one of the shows, Fonzie actually jumped over a shark in one of the scenes, and that started a site by a guy named John Hine, who now works on the Howard Stern show, and he started the site called Jump the Shark. And what Jump the Shark essentially was that you could tell when a show was over with when they did something on the show that just was totally ridiculous. So he started the website Jump the Shark, and he actually ended up selling that site for a lot of money to a big corporation, and the corporation never did anything with the site, but it did start the Jump the Shark type saying. So you may have a great idea, and it may be an idea that is super, it's fantastic, but let's check and make sure it's a good idea first. And you can do that by looking in Google Trends. So we're going to run over to Google Trends right now, check that out, and I want to show you how you can actually check to see if your trend is still trending. Okay, I'm here at Google Trends now, and this is a really cool site. I mean, it's got some really cool stuff in here, but what you can do is you can type in any term in here to see which direction it's heading, to see what's popular. So I'm going to type in something that I have no interest in, but I don't know if other people do. I'll put ice skating. All right, let's see what we come up with here. And it looks like ice skating. Oh, there was a big resurgence of ice skating. What do you know? Right around Christmas time. Okay, so this is within the past 12 months, and what you can do is do a drop down here, and you could say within the past 90 days, 5 years. I'm gonna go 5 years, and I'm gonna see how ice skating is trending. Now if you look at this chart, guys, this is an example of a seasonal interest. Okay, so here's 15, 16, I guess 17, 18, 19 right here, and if you notice, it always peaks right here, which looks like December to January, right? December to January. This is where all the interest in ice skating is, December to January. And there are other things like that. So if we get rid of ice skating, let's remove that, and we put in another term. We'll put in baseball. So if you're selling products that are related to baseball, if you notice, see the same trends over a period of time, and you could actually probably go back to the beginning of time, which is 2004 as far as Google goes, and you notice it's the same trend over and over and over and over and over. Now that's not true with all products, so let's remove this for a second, and let's go in here and put in fidget spinners, and let's see what that looks like. Look at that. That's interesting, right? So over time there was a huge interest in, it looks like in 2017, and there's been some interest since then, but almost zero. So this is what I would call a fad product. It's a product where you're going to jump in there, and if you get in at the right time, you can make a little bit of money, but it's not going to last. It's not going to last. And I'm going to pull up a couple more examples here. Let's pull up cupcake stores. And that was a big fad a while ago. Or a cupcake shop, I guess, would be better. And let's see what that's doing. Yeah, there it is again. So if you look over time, there was like some interest, and then in 2000, January 2019, cupcake shops for some reason were really super popular, and you can type in any type of, like, I think foods are a good thing to put in here just to check them, but we can put in there frozen yogurt. Yeah, and we're going to get rid of Oho. We don't need that. We just need frozen yogurt. Okay, there's frozen yogurt, and as you can see, there's some trends here. Okay, it was like dead in 2004. Nobody was searching for it, and then it looks like 2011, 12, it was going up and up and up, in 13, and it's going back down again. So if you were trying to sell frozen yogurt, I would say stay away from this. Now, that's not to say that a lot of these products don't have peaks and valleys, and if you can jump in the valley when it's getting ready to peak again, yeah, you're going to be good off. But make sure that whatever you're trying to sell, even if it's seasonal, there's nothing wrong with selling seasonal, but even if it is seasonal, make sure that you understand it's seasonal. You don't want to get surprised by these things. Like our survival foods are kind of politically driven depending on who's in office, and they're going to sell really well when a Democrat's in office and not so well when a Republican's in office, and there's a lot of reasons for that, but the point is we have to understand that. We got to be prepared for that. We got to know that our sales are going to go down. We can't depend on those sales if we've got a Republican in office, and if there's a Democrat in office, we can depend on the sales. It seems like we sell tons of it because people are worried about their guns and food and everything else. So just keep that in mind when you're marketing your product. So I've given you a lot of tools in here to sell your t-shirts and your niches out there, but I want to hear your opinion. What have you tried out there? Put that in the comment section below. Let me know what you've tried. Let me know what worked for you. If you have questions about how to do any of this or any of these things I discussed in this video, feel free to put that in the comments below. I'd love to hear your comments. Now, don't forget, grab your $97 course. There's a free e-commerce course you can get, and all you have to do is click the link. I mean, it's really easy to do, and you can get access to a free e-commerce course worth $97. So check that out. That's super important that you do that. In addition to that, if you haven't done so already, join the family. Just join the family. How are you going to do that? You're going to hit that subscribe button down there. Once you hit that subscribe button down there, you got one more step, actually two. You got to ring the bell, you got to turn on notifications, and then the third step is you got to turn on all notifications, because it's going to default to personalized or whatever. Make sure you turn on all notifications. That way when I upload a video, we can tell you about it. That way when I'm going live, we can tell you about it. You don't miss out on stuff. You get in front of the line and you don't have to search for this stuff. It comes to you. So make sure you do that. Very, very important. Now, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up down there. I really would appreciate that. Don't forget, subscribe, notifications, grab your course, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.